Hello guys, it's me, Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 3 of my Getting Started in Old World series. In the last video, we actually gave birth to a son and heir. You'll now notice that our brother really dislikes me. He's angry. His opinion of me is angry. He's vengeful against me. That's probably just because we had a son. You know, he was the heir to the Empire. He is now not, and he does not like that. Let's get rid of the character panel. I don't need it on there at the moment. So we want to found a second city. We're going to hit end turn, which is where we were at the end of the last video. So we're going to hit end turn and the barbarians attack us, but that's fine. Now we've finished trapping. Now we've got some options here. We've got a stone boost. Remember I said that boosts are one-off. If you do not pick them, then they are, as it says at the bottom, permanently trashed when discarded. So I don't particularly want to skip that because I would lose it. There's administration. It's got that green icon on it. That's because I marked it to say that that is something of interest to me. We've also got this one with the little star on it. This is the one that the game is recommending that I get. But I'm going to take the stone boost. Now it still takes 3 years. It is not an instant thing. We're going to use our militia down here to keep attacking this marauder. It won't take long to get rid of it. I am going to move in a little bit closer with the settler, but I don't want to get too close to the barbarian. I'm also going to do a little bit more scouting just to see what we can uncover up here. I thought this was like a dead-end peninsula. Apparently it is not. So it might even be worth building a city here just to use it as a little choke point. Oh no, it is a peninsula. That is fine. We can harvest this honey. That will give us some culture in Rome. We still have 4 civics left. Now, in terms of getting the stone boost, when we get this stone boost here, there is a cap. There is a maximum amount of stone, iron, food, civics, training and stuff that you can have. I'm surprised it doesn't actually show you anywhere what the cap is, but if you hit the cap it gets converted into other things. I think training gets additional training gets converted into orders, and I think additional resources automatically get sold off for gold. So you never really, I think gold is the only thing that doesn't have a cap, so you won't actually lose anything, which is good in a way. We've still got 4 orders left. So I'm tempted to have a little bit more of a scout around these guys. As you can see, these have more units than most barbarian camps do. Now we've met another nation. We've met Assyria. And they are down here. So they're quite close to us. So have a little bit of a look around here. We've used all of our orders. So, yeah, I think... yeah, tutorial about the tech deck. Don't really need to know about that. Tutorial about luxuries. So, we have an option that we can do with the luxuries because we have that porcelain that we got. So, luxuries are special resources like gems or dyes that can be traded to other nations, tribes and families in exchange for an opinion boost. Certain family classes even have favourite luxuries that they especially desire. In order to acquire a luxury, you must build the correct improvement on that resource, and the improvement must be augmented with a specialist. Luxuries can be sent to the desired target with the Manage Luxuries button on the Action panel, which is up here. So we can send that to somebody else. And we want to send porcelain to the family. She doesn't like us. So this is Oligarch Fulvia the Superstitious. She is part of the Fabius family, which is the family that runs our capital. It's not good that she doesn't like us. So we can send her some porcelain. It's not letting me do it right now. It's probably because it's stuck in this tutorial loop. This is the inheritance tutorial. So basically there are different types of ways that you can inherit. So for example, if you have a son and a daughter and the daughter is older, does it go to the son or does it go to the daughter? So for example here, it's time to learn about succession law. On the left side of the top bar, you can open the inheritance screen with the crown button. The inheritance screen will show your current succession. If you click the change law button, you can see who the new heirs would be depending on which succession law you select to preview. So I can change the succession law if I want. I'll go back to that one. So this is the back to the luxuries tutorial again. You may currently send porcelain to the Fabi family if you so desire, or you can wait and send this luxury somewhere else at your convenience. To send the same type of luxury to multiple targets, you must have multiple sources of it. So yeah, I can send it to her now to get plus 40 opinion of us. So if we do that, and then we go and look at the people and find her there, you can now see, it still says minus 60, I think it takes one turn for that to go through, so that's fine. So here's the succession law. So you can see how the succession goes here right now. The current law is primogeniture, so the oldest child inherits. Succession is absolute cognatic. Absolute cognatic means genders inherit equally. So if I had a daughter, then a son, the daughter would be the oldest, and the daughter would inherit. If we were to change laws, we could go to ultimogeniture, in which case the youngest child inherits, which at the moment is going to be the same person because I only have one child. We could go for lateral, where it would go to our brother, and then we could go to dynastic, where it would still go to the son. It's the oldest direct in line from the oldest direct in line from the founder. And we could go for seniority, where it's always the oldest member of the family, so it would go back to our mother. We don't want to do that. We'll keep things as they are. I think the primogeniture is just fine for us right now, so we don't need to be in there. Okay, not too much more that we can do at this point, as we've used all of our orders, so let's go and end the year. So I can see Carthage is in here somewhere as well, because I'm seeing Carthage's turn, so they must be close by to us. Arisia is now at war with the Numidians, so our neighbour down here to the south, he doesn't look like he's attacked them yet, but he's probably going to. He may well even settle a city up there. I'm having a little bit of a look around with the scout, but I don't... Do you know what I might do? Is get rid of this scout. Scouts can be worth keeping, because keeping a scout does allow you to go around and harvest things. And it's useful if you've got a lot of orders left over that you don't know what to do with. You can just run around with your scout and harvest stuff. But they do cost upkeep. I won't make that decision yet, I don't think, because there are things that we can do. We could like harvest the citrus and get some more food, because we are a little bit short. Let's go ahead and kill off this marauder. There we go. And now we can select this settler. And we can move the settler into here, which is what I'm going to do. And we're going to found our next city. Now, again, much like with founding our first city, we have the choice of 4 families. However, remember, we can only pick a maximum of 3 for the game. I could pick the Fabius family. We already have a city founded by the Fabius family. That is our capital. So we could do that. We could get the landowners. The landowners gives us additional population, cheaper rural specialists, and can buy tiles. That could be useful, rural, if we want to build lots of farms here. We could get the patrons, which would give us additional civics and additional culture. They can also hurry projects with money, and we won't worry about the other things right now. And then we can get the statesmen, who would give us additional orders and additional, forgotten the name already, civics. So they're all quite useful. Also unlocks decree. But I think we're probably going to get the land owners here. So we are now known as Romulus the Settler. So you do get these titles as you found new cities. So now we're talking about urban yields. So we talked about rural yields, which were basically farms, mines and quarries that give us food, stone and iron. Cities produce the following yields: growth, training, civics, money, science, culture and discontent. Growth, training and civics are all used in city production. Growth for civilian units, training for military units and civics for projects and specialists. When not being used for city production, training and civics go to the global stockpile and growth goes to the production of new citizens. Culture and discontent both go into their respective progress bars. When the culture bar fills, a positive event occurs and new improvements and wonders are unlocked. When the discontent bar fills, maintenance goes up and growth and science go down. So, always a good thing to know. We have our second city. We've also discovered another Numidians camp up here. Now, this militia, it's not a militia, this warrior has attacked, so it is on cooldown. Can't do anything with it right now, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. We have our scout over here. What are we going to do with this scout? Is our worker finished his job? Our worker's finished his task, so I don't want to use my scout up completely because I want to get my worker to go and build something else. So probably what we want to do is get a... So we are losing a little bit of iron. We want to get some iron. We could go ahead and build a mine over here. So we'll move as far as we can. We can't move any further right now because we've ran out of orders. So, yeah, not an awful lot to do. We do need to choose a production in our newest city. So we're going to go ahead and get a worker. Because we're going to want to start improving the tiles around this city. So it's Carthage's turn, other rivals' turn. Now we've got a tutorial on ambition. Ambition is important because ambitions are basically victory conditions for winning the game. So you have unlocked the ability to choose an ambition. Ambitions are goals that your families would like for you to pursue, and completing them will grant you and all of your descendants a permanent boost to legitimacy. Completing an ambition unlocks a new one, and completing 10 is one way to win via the ambition victory. So there are other ways to win. So always do your best to fulfill your current ambitions. Here are a couple of simple ambitions to get you started. So control 4 cities or kill 5 enemy units. I think I'm probably more likely to control 4 cities early on. I've already got 2, so I only need 2 more. Now, if your character dies, your ambitions become legacies. And if an ambition becomes a legacy, then your heir has 20 years to complete that ambition before it disappears. So it's always worth trying to get them done as quickly as possible. Now that we are on a new turn, we're going to move this worker over here and we are going to start building a mine. Again, it used 3 orders because it had to clear the trees first. But in 4 years, we'll get a mine and we'll be producing positive iron. So that is good. On to the next unit. So this warrior here, we're going to click this button to heal them up. So unlike Civilization, where your units heal passively at different rates depending on whether they're garrisoned in a city, in your own borders, or in neutral territory, we need to hit this button to heal. So it's going to heal 5 hit points at a time. So it's going to take us 2 heals to get up to full health. And there is a 1-year cooldown and it consumes an order. So we can't just like heal straight up to full health. We've got to spend each turn if we want to do that. Normally you can only heal in friendly territory, but remember we've got a hero here that allows us to heal in neutral territory. So we can technically heal wherever we want with her, apart from in enemy territory. So let's go and look at some of our next units. I don't really think I want to move that scout around at the moment. I think I prefer to do something with the other scouts that we've got out in the field. See what we can find. Nothing particularly useful. We do still have some movement remaining. Let's get up onto the hill. Or we have some orders remaining. And 2 orders, so we could go and harvest that elephant for a little bit of extra gold. Mythical beasts. People cower in fear as the recently harvested elephants are led through the streets of Roma. The rumours are that these creatures can live for 300 years, bite the heads off men, and even that their smell strikes fear into horses. To find such mythical beast reflects well on your dynasty. The scouts excitedly discuss how they might find a manticore next. So use their likeness on our coins as a symbol of power, gives us +2 legitimacy. Order more research on these fascinating creatures would give us +60 science, or to inspire such fear must mean an affinity to the divine. We can get +30 culture. Let's go for the science, because that will basically finish off the one that we were working on. Now the game is recommending military drill, but we could also get a free worker, and it only takes 1 year to get a free worker. I'm not passing that up. We got the free stone, so we definitely want the free worker. So that's fine. We've used up all of our orders. Let's go and end the year. Now, the free worker will get in the capital, but that's fine. Now, remember, there is a downside to having lots and lots of workers and lots of units. You're still limited by the amount of orders you have. There's no point having 50 workers if you've only got 10 orders per turn. We'll pick administration because that will allow us to get the treasury. An instant 100 gold on completion plus 10 gold a year. Gives us +2 training, and it gives us a couple of extra boosts as well. Costs 20 civics and 40 civics and 20 stone to produce. But we also unlock the granary, which basically improves the output yield of farms and gives us more population. So we're going to work on administration. We're still working on the mine. That's going to take 3 years. We want to once again heal that unit up, which is now fully healed. We don't have our free worker yet. I think I'm going to leave you there for now and just do a little bit more exploration. We can harvest incense too far from a friendly city. So there is a limit to how far away you can harvest stuff from. And we've reached it. Those elephants were like right on the cusp of it. So let's start going north with this guy and see what we can find. And let's have a little look down here to the south. We can't harvest those elephants again just yet because they're on cooldown. And we found a settler that also belongs to Assyria. Probably got to go and settle right down here. And that's a slinger. So I don't want to get in their way. I don't think he's going to be particularly upset with me. We're not really doing anything wrong. Now, one thing that you will notice, probably not yet because I haven't produced a unit here, but when this worker comes out, I'll be able to point that out. So that'll probably be on another video before we get there. We do still have 2 orders left. Let's come down here because we can always get the goats on another turn. We'll end the year. Turn has ended. Clearing forests. Your worker has moved onto a trees tile. Workers can spend 1 order to cut down trees with the axe button on the actions panel and 2 more orders to further clear the land. These actions both harvest the wood and add it to the stockpile. The tile in question does not have to be in your territory to cut down trees. Once cut, trees take some time to regrow. If you build an improvement on a trees tile, the wood is automatically harvested and the land is cleared, all at the cost of 3 orders. Eventually you can research forestry tech to enable the construction of lumber mills, which are a more regular and sustainable source of wood. However, they must be built on a trees tile, so don't cut down all of your forests. You can also spend money to purchase wood directly from the top bar where it shows your current stockpile totals. Well, that is something that we already knew. And it said that just because we basically got this free worker. That's the free one that we got. That is suggesting the building of an oracle over on this hill that will give us +4 culture per year and 2 victory points. So, yeah, we probably want to go and do that. So let's go and build the oracle. So the oracle is a wonder. Costs quite a lot to build. I realised I hit that quite quick in building that. Can we still see it on here? It's disappeared. But the wonders take quite a lot of materials to build. If you don't have the materials to build, but you have the money to buy the materials, you can hold down, I believe it's control, the control or alt. You can hold down control, and if you have the gold, you will automatically spend the gold to buy the extra materials required. But we're building a wonder down here, so that will work out well for us. I also appear to have another worker because I was building one here anyway. So we could go ahead and get another farm. That's not a bad call. We could also get another farm over here, which we might want to do. So let's go ahead and get the farm. We can also build hamlets. Hamlets will produce gold per year, but cost food. And a hamlet turns a rural tile into an urban tile. We don't want to build a hamlet right now, though. We're just going to go and get another farm, sort of build up our food. We've still got 7 orders left. So we still don't have this worker yet. Don't really have to do an awful lot with this militia, or this warrior. So I'm just going to put him on sentry for now. And yep, we can harvest the sheep for some more food. We can come and harvest these elephants again. So that gives us 50 gold. 2 orders left. There's nothing that I can reach with you in a single order. So let's just track to the north and see what you can find. And that is all we can do on this turn. Now, Rome needs to produce something new. I think now's a good time to get another settler. It is going to take 8 years. You'll now see we have the option for a slinger. That's because we got the trapper tech. And we now have the option for a stone cutter. That's because we have a mine, a quarry to put the stone cutter in. Once we've got the mine, we'll have a miner option as well. But we're going to go and get another settler, because we would like very much to claim this city site up here. And maybe possibly even try grabbing this one to the south. But that will be something for another video. So finally we've got the Trading Favours tutorial. Oligarch Gaius the Younger. So remember this symbol, this is the other family. This is the Claudius family that we used to settle our second city, as I've made it disappear. Approaches us with a proposition. Calpurnia the Builder, there's no relation to us but a relation to him, is talented merchant, but he's also a bit of a miscreant who has run up considerable debts. If you could see way to clear to pay the debt and add her to your court, the Oligarch Gaius the Younger would be most appreciative. Well, we can't consider it done because unfortunately we don't have the money to do that. We cannot afford to pay this miscreant's debts, and we do not want her at court. Now, that does give us some XP for ourselves, but also Oligarch Gaius the Younger is disappointed with us. What I could do is how much gold would we need? 390 gold in total. I mean, we could get that if we were willing to sell off some of our stone and iron, because we do have quite a lot. We could sell off some wood as well. I don't want to get completely in debt, but now we can pay that off. And now he owes us a favour. So a new court merchant, Calpurnia, has joined your court. Her keen attention to economic affairs will help Rome prosper. So she is a builder. She's got +3 discipline. As a governor, it takes 1 year less to build improvements. So I could make her a governor. And I can put her as a governor in this city, because this city doesn't yet have a governor. I can't do it actually right now because I don't have any remaining orders which would be needed to put a governor in. But if we go ahead and look on the characters panel, you'll see that all different characters have different opinions of you, and that's an important thing that we will cover later on. So for now, we've settled our second city, we've built a few more improvements, and we've started to explore a little bit more, and we've started to build our first wonder. We also have our first ambition that we're working on, which is to control 4 cities. So we'll definitely want to get 2 more settlers out as quickly as we can. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you are enjoying this series. Please, if you haven't already, do subscribe if you want to always get a notification when the new episodes come out, and click that bell icon so you get those notifications. I will see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.